Hello.
Oh, my friends. So happy you're here. So, welcome to TheWEN, Women Empowerment Network, and the series show called Always Elevating. That is the name of my community. My name is YayaE, also known as Miss YayaE. And we are joined here today by my new friend, Natalie Quevedo. I'm so excited she's with me today. And just before I begin, I want to introduce you to my new branded glasses that are so hot from Zenny Optical with my branding on them in my color. So, the title of today's episode is Networking is Good for the Soul. And I absolutely love that and felt that Natalie was actually the perfect person for this conversation because how we met was truly by happenstance, and she just happened to be an amazing woman who has actually empowered me. I find that networking sometimes can feel very bland. You know what I mean? You meet people, and it's if you don't immediately find something that you need from them or they need from you, you move on, and you may never hear from that person again. And same with you if you're that type of person as well. But Natalie and I, we clicked in a group, and immediately she started engaging with my content. She started writing on my posts things that were super empowering and that I needed to hear at the time that I wasn't hearing from other people in my life, in the same type of energy. Her energy was up here, and I was like, yes, I feel it. I love it. And this girl doesn't even know me. This woman doesn't even know me. And it felt so genuine. And she wasn't pitching anything to me. She wasn't selling anything or trying to get anything from me. And when I tell you, our relationship has felt like it's going to blossom, and it's going to be something that we can continue to collaborate, and we can continue to support each other in whatever businesses that we have or whatever it is that we're just doing, or in simply empowering and encouraging and lifting each other, which is what women should be doing. And
Absolutely.
I just immediately thought of her when this title dropped in my spirit, and thought about what women can I pull into this conversation, because Always Elevating is the journey of women empowering one another. And how are we empowering one another and empowering ourselves along our personal journeys in multiple areas of our lives? Professional is the first track of this series. So I want to connect with women who are not movers and shakers that you're always hearing from in the media and in the social networking space. I want to connect with those young ladies and those young women like Natalie, who growing in their career, becoming who they want to become, and we're gonna reach heights together. We deserve the recognition as well out here, and I want to connect us and allow us to be able to speak our very detailed stories, experiences, and journeys, because the devil is in the details, as they say, right? But more than the devil, God is also in the details. Whether you look at it positively or negatively, however you perceive those terms, details is where people actually learn, can take away, and they can actually turn something that works for them. And I love to give that to people because that's where I come from. That's what actually helped me determine that I wanted to go into not just what I thought marketing was, but what branding and what brand strategy is. That's very different. And in a world so vast, such as marketing, you need details from someone who's done it, who's lived the journey, to actually know how to choose which path may be of most interest to you, so you're not wasting a lot of time in your life. And that's what the goal of this is all about. This is who I am, and this is how I'm giving out that back to the world of young women and young girls. So I'm going to start with what's happening. Let's bring Natalie.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me on here. I'm so excited to be on here and get to chatting with you, because I feel like these conversations, are very important to have, especially right now where we're all separated with the pandemic and everything. I know it can be a little bit harder to network, but I'm so blessed that we're able to do this through Zoom, you know, but nothing's pretty much, I mean, right now I'm visiting, I'm from California, live in Ohio, back in California, visiting family and just trying to, you know, get that family time in. I haven't seen them in a while. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. That's what you'll see. Yeah, very important. Yes. You know, it's funny, when I was younger, you know, you go through these phases where you're like, oh, you know, I don't need family. I needed to go do my own thing. I need to explore and everything. And I left and I did that, you know, and then once I was gone, I was like, Mom, I miss you. Like, I need some chicken soup. I'm sick. No, but you really do get to appreciate them, you know, when you're gone and doing your thing, and you just realize like, oh my gosh, like these are people who like raised me. Like I'm here because of them, you know, and
Yeah.
my family is a huge part of my why I do the things that I do, because, you know, I come from a family of immigrants. So they came to this country to build a life for all of us, you know, and my grandparents have made so many sacrifices for me. And it just seems ridiculous for me not to put in the work and make sacrifices for them as well. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like where my head's at with that. And each time I'm around them, I swear, like that light in me just fires up. I'm like, oh, I need to do so much more. I need to do this. I need to do that. Because I want to be able to help and provide, just like they did for me when I was young, you know?
Yeah. And I love that you said the why. I can't wait to reveal something regarding that for me one day, but yeah, spot on. And I'm so happy that you made time for this today. I really appreciate it. Knowing that you're with your family, so I feel special.
Gotcha, girl.
Tell us a tad bit more, just a tad bit more about who Natalie is and what does Natalie do?
Of course. So like I said, I'm from California. I'm a very creative person. I'm a dog mom. I have 2 puppies. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm building my business. I have a few business ideas that we'll get into later. I'll explain, but I'm just a super kind, creative person, literally just trying to live life, trying to make friends, connect. Like, I'm just so happy that we connected. Like we did, like I said, we literally connected online. Never met Ayana ever before. And we're over here like clicking and vibing. And I just love that. Like, I love making friends, like since I was little. Like, I feel like I've been networking since I was very young. But no, like that's kind of like who I am. I'm super creative. I love to paint. I love to be in nature. I love to kayak. It's one of my favorite things. But that's pretty much it. I'm a huge family person, like I said. And I'm really just trying to, honestly, right now, I feel like I'm doing all these things, but my main thing is literally just trying to find my purpose and my happiness. You know what I mean? Like, I feel for so long, I used to be an after school teacher for 7 years, and I loved it while I was doing it. But, you know, at the end, I feel like I was losing that passion, that purpose, that sense of purpose, you know, and I could feel like I would come home and I would just be exhausted and I would just dread the next day. Sometimes I would just be feeling so empty, you know, like I would just be like, dude, what am I doing with my life? Like, I don't think this is for me, you know, like maybe it was something that I enjoyed doing at one point, but it just wasn't what I wanted to do the rest of my life, you know? And ever since then, you know, that's kind of when COVID happened and all this stuff. And it just made me realize, like, man, I've been 7 years of my life. This is something I've been doing. And now that something like this happened, like emergency or disaster or whatever, like this pandemic, now I'm like, I have nothing. I wasn't able to go to work, wasn't able to do, you know, wasn't able to go back. So it's like literally I had nothing for myself, nothing that was mine. And I feel like that was a point for me that I was like, no, I need to change that. I need to create something that is mine, create something that I'm passionate about. I need to do things that make me feel alive because I am alive right now, you know, and I should be living life. So that's just a little bit about me and like where my head's at and where I'm going and what I think about.
Yeah, man, y'all, she's amazing, right? Like I love this energy, and I love so many of the quotes that she's saying. Like, I'm about to tweet them. Like, I need an assistant right here tweeting what Natalie's saying. Okay, so your career path. So how did you get to where you are in your career right now?
Yeah. So like I said, I was an after school teacher for 7 years. The pandemic came. I was making no money because they're like, I'm sorry, like we're closed. You guys can't come back. And this was absurd to me. Like this has never happened to me in my entire life. So I was like, okay, well, I can't do, well, you know what? I did actually for a split second. I feel like I was in denial that this was going on, and I kind of put my blinders on, and I was like, oh, we'll go back like in a week. I was kind of been like, hell yeah, I'm gonna take my vacation like for a little bit. But you know what? After a few days, I looked at the calendar. In my head, I was like, oh, it's been a week, it's been 2 weeks maybe. Nah, girl, a whole month passed. And I think that is what clicked to me. I was like, oh my gosh, how did I just waste an entire month of my life without trying to make money, without trying to figure what's the next step? And I think that's what kind of like kicked my butt into gear. And it's just like, no, like you need to do something, because in 5 years and in 2 years, this is not where you want to be. You know, you don't want to just be an after school teacher. Like I have plans, you know, at that point, I wanted to get a house. I wanted to, you know, travel. I want to do so many things, you know. And when I got my stimulus check money, my first one, this is the first time I was like, okay, I need to be smart about this money, because I can either, look, I know myself. I'm a foodie, like to the max. I'll either spend it on food or I'm going to invest it in myself. Like I literally had to sit myself down and talk to myself. Like, what are you going to do? Because this can like make or break you, you know? And I was like, I'm done. Like I can't just waste this money on food. Like I can't do that. So I literally got that money and I invested it into a business to start my online business, you know? And it's been already, I think, almost a year now since I started. And I'm just so happy that I did, you know. Like I said, I'm not where I want to be at, but I have this opportunity here in my hands. Like I'm in the process of growing and building and finding out what works for me, you know, like, and I just couldn't be happier. Like I'm just bummed that I didn't start sooner, you know, like you're like, I could have just started a long time ago, could have been like worked up, but it's okay. Like things happen for a reason, and I'm trusting the process. And I think that's what we all have to do, is trust the process. Like, yeah, you know, I'm not where I want to be, but you know what? I'm not quitting. Like, I'm not like, okay, this is done. I blew it. Like it failed. Like, that's it. I'm done. No, like I'm showing up every single day. Okay, what can I do better? What can I do different? How can I change this? Because I know that this business is going to thrive because of me, and it's going to fail because of me. Like if I fail, it's because I didn't put in the work, or if I didn't do something to figure it out, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how I started. And honestly, like, I feel like it's literally just the beginning. I know I'm a year in, but like, I'm just learning so much still, and just trying to grasp, you know, network marketing. I was introduced to it when I was younger, when I was 17. So technically, you know, you start your network marketing business when it's 18 or older, but I was 17 at the time, and I begged my mom. I was like, it was the first time I ever got introduced to residual income, you know, and entrepreneurship. This is my first time. And I told my mom, I was like, oh, please just sign up and I will work your account. Like, I just want to do this. Like, I think this is something that I like, you know? And literally, I feel like that sparked. And it's crazy. Like, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Things really do happen for a reason. I had that experience when I was 17, maybe like a few months, 4 months. And then I moved to Texas. Years later, you know, I start working at Subway, start working at Forever 21. I was a waitress for a while. Then I fell into the after school teaching. But then after, you know, this, again, it came into my life, network marketing. And I remember, I'm going to tell you this story, guys. This gives me chills just thinking about it. When I had this experience when I was 17, I remember moving to Texas, and I told myself, don't forget this experience that you had, because you learned so much. Like, even before, like, people my age didn't know about entrepreneurship, about residual income, about all this stuff. And I knew that I knew this stuff at an early age, right? There's this quote that says, do things today that others won't do tomorrow. And I put it on my Instagram for the longest time. It was on my Instagram for the longest time. And it was a quote that reminded me to that experience, you know, and I never seen it after I moved to Texas, like 7 years, 6 years, I don't know how many years passed. Never seen that quote my entire life. The day that I signed up for my business, my network marketing business, I would cry because this is like crazy. The next day, I remember getting on my workout app. I was like, dude, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to do this. And guess what quote I saw? I saw that quote, do the things today that others won't do tomorrow. And I feel like that, like, sealed the deal. I was like, dude, this is where I need to be.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I'm like, this is where I need to
it.
be. Yeah, like, this is it. This is what I need to do. And I don't know, like, this is where I'm at. But yeah, I'm sorry, just like it's crazy to think about, because I really do always say, man, things happen for a reason. And I just feel like I'm here for a reason, you know, I'm on this path for a reason. And that's why it's really, for me, like, I just can't quit. Like, I always tell myself, you can't quit, girl, you can't quit. You just got to keep going, you know?
And we're not going to let you quit.
No.
Not letting you quit, right? I thank you for sharing that really deep connection. And I felt it. And I'm tapped into you. So I'm gonna help motivate you to not quit as well. Yeah.
Appreciate you, girl.
So that kind of leads me to the next question of your personal journey. That's something very personal. You kind of tapped on that. But is there anything else that you want to say that has continued to help you move in that upward, self-empowered direction?
So I feel like that my whole, you know, I look at my experiences, because I really do believe, you know, things happen for a reason. And the things that happen to us, they happen for us, not to us, you know, like, things in your life really do happen for you. And that experience I really hold dear to my heart, because I'm like, dude, that's a huge sign of what I'm supposed to be doing, you know? And again, like I said, my family is like a huge, like, I see, like, we're never a fan, like, you know, we didn't have money. Like, I remember growing up, my mom would always say, like, oh, you know, like, put that back, we don't have money, that's expensive. Like, this is where I also, like, maybe that's another talk, but like, this is the mindset, you know, that I grew up with, you know? And just to be like exposed to a different mindset and a different way of living, you know? And then knowing that anybody can get there just with a hard work, you know what I mean? I feel like that kind of pushes me, because I know that I can achieve success and help my family and help my community and help others. Like, I'm just a huge helper. Like, honestly, I love helping people. So like, I just want to see, like, I don't know, I want to see some change, definitely. Like, I want to teach my cousins, you know, a different way of thinking for themselves, because I feel like I've met so many people who are so unfulfilled, so, you know, depressed, they don't know where they're doing. And I just feel like it's because they're just not aware of how to go about life, or like how to find your purpose, or just trying new things. Like, there's a mindset that is blocking you from achieving, or like knowing, or figuring out of, I don't know how to say it, but like, just like finding out your purpose, finding that true thing that like lights up your soul, you know? And I don't know, like, that's what I want, what I'm discovering is what I want to share with others, you know? And I feel like that's why I'm also trying to create a kids camp, you know, to help educate younger kids at a younger age about personal development, entrepreneurship, and really trying to find what their purpose is, you know, at a younger age. I feel like if I was exposed at a younger age, I feel like I could have been doing so many other things, you know? Yeah. But again, things happen for a reason, so I'll trust the process.
Yeah. So what should ladies or girls interested in this career path, or some of those really amazing soft skills that you've acquired, how can they go about acquiring that same career journey, those same soft skills of development? Like, what are some things that they can do?
So my tip is to just do it, girl. Just do it, because you will not learn. Like, I could tell you, anybody could tell you their experience in this and that, and this is how I did, and this is this. But you know what? You're not going to know unless you do it. Fail and try again. Because, you know, we literally learn from our failures. And if we give up after failing, then you're not learning anything. You're just going to be like, okay, that's it. I'm done. But we as human beings, we are so powerful. We're so strong. We're so smart. The more you keep trying things, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. You're going to get it, you know? So for me is my tip for you guys is to just put yourself out there, try things, fail at things, and then be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to try again. Or you know what? I'm going to do this. Or you know what? I didn't like this. That's how you're going to learn. That's how you're going to figure out what you like and what you're passionate about. Because just sitting in your couch scrolling, watching Netflix, you're not gonna find, like, that was me. I used to do that. And that was not bringing me no sense of purpose, no sense of joy, like nothing. You just need to put yourself out there. Like, at first, I was very, very hesitant putting myself out there on social, because we all, as humans, we don't want to get judged, we don't want to get picked on or anything. And it's just like, yeah, like, I did have that fear, but I didn't let that stop me from putting myself out there. And look what has happened. I've made so many good friends on the internet. I've met so many amazing friends just off Instagram all over the world. I've made so many connections. I'm meeting new people, and it's just amazing experience that nobody can give to you. You just have to go out there and experience it yourself.
Yeah, it's like there's always somebody out there who needs to hear something that you are sharing, or connects with something that you're sharing.
Exactly.
So I love that you said that. And so that sounds like, the whole couch potato thing sounds like that was a challenge for you at one time. Were there any, like, maybe one or two other challenges that you faced that you can share?
So for my business, I'm a network marketer. You are your own boss. You don't really have a boss. And I feel like this is a struggle that a lot of people don't even talk about, is that when you're transitioning from the 9-to-5 world and you have a boss and you're transitioning to be your own boss, it is hard, because now you have to be the one to manage your schedule, be strict on yourself, discipline yourself, make sure you get your work done. And then on top, like, make sure your house stuff and your chores and everything is done too. Like, it can be very distracting. It can be very difficult. And I'm definitely going to say that's something that I struggled with in the beginning, and still kind of now. I'm still trying to, have that perfect routine, and I feel like that's definitely a struggle when you're gonna come into this field of network marketing. You are gonna find that struggle of, okay, now I'm the boss, now this needs to get done, and you have to build that self-discipline. But you know what, at the end, like, yeah, it's a struggle, but at the end it's like a good thing, because now you're gonna be able to learn how to discipline yourself, how to discipline your schedule. And I feel like that's important for everybody to have that skill. So that's definitely a struggle. And then another struggle has been probably just to keep motivated to doing things, because we're human. We're not, every day we're not going to be motivated, we're not going to stay motivated, and things happen. Like Ayana knows, recently my grandmother passed away, and after that happened, I did not want to show up on social media. I did not want to connect. I did not want to network, because it is, energy like, my energy is consuming to try to talk to people, and I just didn't have that energy at that point. And I feel like, I think the struggle, not even a struggle, is just we have to learn as network marketers to try to find that balance also. And it's just kind of like blurry, because nobody teaches. Well, we have a community that's going through the same thing, and that's why I'm so grateful for them, because then they are doing the same thing. So I can come to them and be like, hey, this is what I'm going through, and they can give me tips and tricks. But other than that, nobody teaches you how to do it. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of have to find your groove, your routine, and how to balance everything. And I feel like that's something that I'm learning as well right now, trying to balance that personal time and that business time, because you are the owner, you are the boss.
Yeah, that's definitely a struggle. So what's next for you?
So for me,
amazing person, you have a lot going for yourself, you have amazing energy. You've done several things. You've moved quickly in the time of a pandemic where a lot of people weren't sure what direction to go in. You chose a direction, you started the direction, you've been consistent, you've learned some balance, you've learned how to connect, and you've done so very well. What's next for Natalie?
So what's next for me is, honestly, I'm still trying to, like I said, not perfect, but I'm just trying to still find my, groove in my business. I want to be able to help more people, because my business is all about helping my clients or my partners starting their business. I literally just help other girls do the same thing that I do, and that's kind of something that I really like to do. Honestly, my career path that I'm on now, I absolutely love it, because like I said, I'm a huge helper, and that's like what I do now. I help other people with their skin or hair problems, or I help other girls start their business as well. And I get to share my experience, like, hey girl, this is what I went through. This is what you should probably do so you don't go through the same thing, you know? But that's where I'm at. I'm trying to focus and grow my business. Not only that, but I'm also, you know, like I said, I'm creating a kids program so we can help educate our young kids about how to, you just think a different way, how to not give up so quickly, and just how to find their purpose and truly find what they want to be or what they want to do to be happy when they're adults, you know? That's kind of what I'm focusing now. The main goal is to, you know, obtain that financial freedom, that time freedom, because I feel like all that stuff was introduced to me when I was 17, and I feel like that's been the goal since. Like, I want to be able to, I mean, even now that I'm in California, you know, I have a little taste of that. Like, I was able to just put the money down and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go and spend time with my family for 3 weeks. I could never do that before. Never in my entire life could I be like, hey guys, I'm gonna take 3 weeks off so I can be with my family. No, I can never do that. So I can't wait to just grow that. Like, one day I want to be able to be like, hey guys, my businesses are all good. I'm going to check out for a month and like go vacation somewhere, you know, or take my family and we're going to go take the vacation that we never had, you know? So I feel like those are my goals. That's what's next. That's what I'm going to be focusing on, is just kind of growing and trusting the process. I feel like life is literally a never ending journey. So I feel like I'm just going with the flow, just trying to enjoy everything that, you know, comes my way.
Yes. Live life. Live a happy life. All right, ladies, we are going to be here for our girl, because anytime we bring a new woman into our circle, we love her, we empower her, she empowers us, and we all grow together. So in this network, how can we support you? How can we help you? How can they connect with you?
Of course. The best way to connect with me is on Instagram. My Instagram name is Natalie Quevedo, NATALIEQUEVEDO_. You could send me a message. You could look at my stuff. And yeah, that's the best way to connect with me.
Cool. I'm gonna put it in the description box, in the bio, all that jazz. Everybody will get it. And thank you so much for joining me today.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. I had a blast getting to chat with you and just share my story a little bit. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, me too. When this pandemic is over, ladies, and we have a stage to hit, we're gonna all get to hug in person, and
yes, I can't wait.
Stuff. Can't wait. Yeah. So have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll connect, and we will make sure that everybody gets connected to you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you all for joining us today at the Always Elevating Show on the TheWEN Network. I am so happy that we had Natalie join us today. I can't wait to connect with more of you women out there who are striving, growing, and making it in life, making it happen, trying to make it happen, trying to connect. Please connect with me if you feel that you fit the goal and the theme of this show. I would love to connect with you and bring you onto this stage, this virtual platform as well. Anyway, that is the end of Networking is Good for the Soul. I will see you back next time for another topic and episode. You were here and I was there. No, ain't going nowhere together. No more together. No. I saw the way that you looked into her eyes. She looked at me, then I said goodbye. Cause we ain't going nowhere together. No more together. No more together.